Very disappointed on how we played Saturday. This has been a disappointing point of events for our kids. We've played 3 games on the road. We haven't played very well in any of them. And we have to show a lot more maturity, a lot more mental toughness. We have to start faster. We have to handle adversity better. And we showed that to our players. You know, when you play poorly like that, you reflect on everything that happened during the week from Sunday until you get a chance to play. But just very disappointed. A week ago, before we played the game, we told our kids we were going to play against a team that was fighting for their lives in a very competitive environment, and we were going to get their best shot. I take responsibility. I did a poor job of pounding that home all week. And we live in a different age. We live in an age where our kids, their attention gets stolen in every direction. You know, when I was in college, I didn't have anything except Saturday afternoons. That's all I thought of all week. And our kids aren't always like that. And so we've got to remember that as coaches and take advantage of that and keep pounding that message home. I didn't think we blocked very aggressively. I didn't think we ran the ball with our ball carriers very aggressively. I showed our kids where we ran out of bounds twice before a first down. And then another time we caught the ball in the perimeter and we just fell down. So very, very disappointed. We didn't throw the ball accurately. We didn't throw on time. We didn't make plays down the field. So we all had a hand in it. Coaches, number one, our players. And we got to learn from this. We got to be more mature. We got to understand that we work 365 days a year to play 12 football games. 12 Saturdays, we get an opportunity to compete. And we got to peak and be excited to play every Saturday. We didn't do that last week. So I'm accountable. I'm responsible. All our coaches are. I talked to our seniors. We need more help. I put in that message across in that locker room. And as a senior, you are mature. You have been here. You've been through ups and downs in this program. You've suffered injuries. You've been here in the summer. You've invested a lot when you're a senior. Those guys got to help us with that message too. So I don't know what specific questions you have. We're not throwing the ball very good. We're not. We got to throw the ball better. Do I think we can? Yes. Do we practice it? Yes. We got capable players. We got capable schemes. We got to throw the ball better. It's really not rocket science. Things we're doing, these kids have been doing their whole high school careers and in college. So we've got to improve. We want to play more players. We got a lot of young players that are not redshirted anymore. We've taken their red shirts off. We want to give them an opportunity to play, and we want to play more people here down the stretch. It's really important that these young players get an opportunity to play. But there's no excuse for the way we played. We're a much more capable team than we showed, and we gotta show that down the stretch here. So we get another opportunity. We got 4 opportunities to play, and we need to respond and have the proper response.
Jay, what's the identity that you want this offense to have? What does this group do best?
I think that we've shown in recent weeks that we can be physical. We've shown in recent weeks that we can run the football. And we've shown in recent weeks that we can be effective on third down and protect the football. I think those are areas that we start. And I mean, there's really one statistic that I'm most worried about, and that's winning. And I think that this football, this offense will start responding in those other areas as we grow. But I think that's where we are. We're a team that can be physical, that can run the football, and that can be effective on third down and protect the ball. And I think that's where we start. We'll grow with Gerard. Gerard's our quarterback. Tyrone's our quarterback. When we put Tyrone in the game, Tyrone's our quarterback. When Gerard's in the game, Gerard's our quarterback, and they both play every game. So they both got to improve. They both got to get better. They both need to be quarterbacks and throw the football when we ask them to and run the ball and protect the ball. But their most important job as every quarterback is to help the team win. And that's what we ask them to do. So, and they've both been very unselfish in that. I think Tyrone has taken his role and grown with it, and he's helped us win. And Gerard is growing. I think Gerard, as a young player, went into an environment that he just didn't handle it very well. And I think he'll admit that himself. And he's got to learn that when he starts and struggles early, he's got to fight through it. That's just part of playing the position. The only guys that don't throw interceptions are the guys that don't play. So it's going to happen, and he's got to respond better when that does happen. And it's like, Joe Montana, his most famous moment was the catch. Well, you go back to that game, he threw several interceptions in that game, but nobody remembers that. Everybody remembers the last pass he threw. So, that's just part of it. So.
Jay, why do you think this team specifically has struggles with simple motivation? Because I know as a competitor, you only have a few of these.
Well, that's a great question. I just think that it's maturity. I just think that confidence comes with confident players and mature players, and we certainly have those. But we just have to be consistent. It's consistency. It's peaking every Saturday. That's what it is. We play in a sport. We don't play baseball. We don't play basketball. We don't play 2 or 3 times a week. We play once every Saturday. And when that happens, you're either gonna whip somebody or you're gonna get whipped. That's it. This is football. That's the only way you play it. And if you think about it any other way, you're thinking about, you're in the wrong sport. So we need to get ourselves ready to whip somebody every Saturday. If we don't do that, then we're going to be on the other side of the ledger. And any coach will tell you it's a fine line. It really is. And so you have to play with an edge. This ain't tennis, okay? So you better have a mentality to bring it. If you don't, then what's going to happen is you're going to be on the just short end of the ledger, and that's just the way it is. And so we're all accountable. We all have to live with it. That's the way this works. You have to live with it until you change it. And so it's up to us to do something about it.
Coach, why does it seem like you guys don't really pass the ball down the field? Is it because Gerard is not looking to pass and is not looking downfield, or what is
I don't agree with that statement. We did throw the ball down the field. We didn't execute well enough. We're going to throw short. We're going to throw sideline to sideline. We're going to try to throw over the middle. But we have to execute when we do. And so I think we threw downfield a lot better earlier in the year than we have in recent weeks, if that's what you're referring to. But we have to do a better job when we do throw. He throws well on the run, and Saturday night was obviously not one of his better performances. So there was not a whole lot Saturday that he did do very well. So, but yes, he can throw on the run. He's an athletic kid, and he's comfortable doing that.
Jay, how much of Gerard's struggles, going back to Oklahoma State and TCU, how much of it is just teams scheming him with spies and things like that, and him just trying to figure it out?
He's a young guy that's learning to read coverages, and when his eyes go off of the primary receiver, then he kind of gets in no man's land, so to speak. And so it's just a matter of discipline and where his eyes go and the progression of 1, 2, 3, run. So those are the things that we're trying to make sure that he gets those reps and looks in practice and continues the discipline of that. And that's part of playing, you know. Sometimes your first read's not going to be there. Your second read may be covered, and you got to run the football. So he's got to learn from that. I just think he didn't start well, and he never got into a rhythm, and he kind of pressed a little bit, and his performance showed that, and that's why we felt like, you know, maybe give him a break and let Tyrone play a little bit. Sometimes when you step back, you can kind of regather yourself, regroup, and see things, and we felt like it was important for Gerard to do that.
Are receivers getting open, Jay?
We had some guys open on Saturday night, so we gotta do a better job collectively. Everybody has a hand in it. It's not just Gerard, or it's not just the perimeter guys. Everybody has a hand in it, and we just got to do a better job.
Jay, you talk about pulling the red shirts off of young guys. At what point does Kai Loxley get considered there, or is he for sure redshirt?
Kai's not quite ready yet. I mean, if we would, we consider everybody. We've watched everybody. Kai's a tremendous young talent. He's working really hard. He's just not quite prepared to take that next step, and he's getting quality reps every day in practice and learning our system and in the meetings, and we're looking forward to him in the spring coming out and competing.
Jay, you mentioned how many distractions the players nowadays have every week from social media and everything else. Do you think they get an inflated perception of how good or how bad they are, depending on?
I think every kid does that grows up in 2015. I think human beings in general don't live in a real world. It's not reality. I'm not sure what it is, but it's not reality. Yeah, I just think that kids have so many things that get their attention. You know, I don't know, when I was in school, I mean, it was a million years ago, I couldn't wait for Saturday night. That's all I thought about all week long. And so it's just different now. And it's a struggle. I mean, when our kids come in our building, we try to pound them with our values and our beliefs. And the things that are important in this building aren't necessarily important in the outside world. And social media, self-importance, everything else is important in the outside world. And so that's a culture that is difficult when you are in a college football environment. And you better have your hands around it every day. And it is a 24-hour job.